Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and A.G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Horned Frogs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A first down for the offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have...
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down there.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. trying to make magic with his feet. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Utes are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Utah! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back to the well. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's quick. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Utes. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's going to pass. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. He doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
TCU 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Utah!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner will be dragged down. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Shakes off the defender. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Utes come to the line in the hurry-up. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
28, TCU 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dialing up the second down pass play. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up
Second down coming up. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 35, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He has 89 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah,
touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
and I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Trying to find his man on first down. On target to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Lowers those pads. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
TCU 17.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the single back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll ride the hot hand. He's in open space downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Utes will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Number 10, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Gets away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. David, this dude is so hard to get on the ground. He broke tackles, he kept the play alive, but the defense was relentless here, too.
Just kept pursuing and pursuing. You see, he gets away from the first guy, but the second guy comes in there and gets a good shot on him. But he tried to stay alive, but the defense is just swarming all over the field.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Out of the gun to give to the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try.
Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Appalachian State has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 28 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here, get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Utes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
On second down, wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They go right back to it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They're trying to get to it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's going up top. Oh, picked off.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Quick strike complete. Gets away from one. He's got space. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move it.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Utah 42, TCU 30.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on it, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Utah!
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 25 to Kent State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from minutes.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Now he's looking to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's quick. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Trying to get to him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Keeps the legs moving. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
He's looking to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Now on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. This time on target.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Wants to throw on third down. Hit as he throws. Complete to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to... And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitz, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Quarterback on the keeper. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 40. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Utes just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just ran him over. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.